Have you had any moments on the podcast that you thought were genuinely heartbreaking or like you felt a lot of internal sadness?
Yes. I don't know anyone's name. I know their face because I'm just bad with names. Barely even know your guys' name. Not true. But there was this girl who was taking care of her siblings like they were her own kids. And
I remember that episode, right?
yeah, they grew up in a situation where they didn't get anything, so she wanted to provide a lot, but she couldn't afford it in order to get out of her debt situation. So that absolutely destroyed me, and I paid for her Christmas so that they could have an actual Christmas. Something like that's is brutal. When it involves kids, even though they're stinky and sticky, I still feel sad when, the relationship with their sister or parental figure is impacted by the overall situation. That breaks me every time. That kills me.
How's she doing?
Well, they had a good Christmas, and I'm being told that we're going to have a positive update with her within a couple months on the show, which I'm very excited about.
And what was the situation for those who haven't seen the episode?
The overall situation in terms of her and her relationship with their family, just a really bad household from her parents. So she adopted, whether legally or just bringing them on, her brothers and treated them like her kids. But just like everyone else on the show, she was in debt. She could barely afford to exist, but she wanted to give them the lives that they deserve. And I'm like, but we got to cut back so that they can eventually have the lives that they need to have, in terms of not growing up with their parental figure, always being stressed about money, not being able to pay bills, having to move a lot because you can't afford to stay in the place you're living in. We have to cut back and sacrifice now, which might mean they don't get the nicest clothes. It means they might not get a trip to Great Wolf Lodge, which was a big thing they like doing. They might not get to go out to eat all the time, which was like their escape away. Cutting back for the better future that they'll remember more later in life because they're younger, they're forming less core memories.
Yeah.
But that was really hard because they grew up in a really rough home, and she wanted to give them amazing life, and they deserve to have that amazing life. It's just they got to work for it, and so that's why I wanted to help her out for Christmas, and I'm excited to see her positive update if it's positive like I've been informed.